the offense. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
1st down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move to pick up yardage. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. Fires it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back sending the offense onto the field. The give to the left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Trojans will hustle to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Marks. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, going up top. Time to take a shot. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pulls it in. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Let's it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And the Trojans will snap it on first and 10.
221 wing, 221 wing.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Marks. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Trojans want to move quickly. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fights off a defender. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Leonard. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Irish! A great catch and run for 6.
How about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Just trucks through it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries.
There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And that one will put him up here in the second half. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Spits it out to the back. That's reeled in. It's locked. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And that is just an awesome job in pass pro there on third down, giving the quarterback an opportunity to scan the field and step into his throw.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll run it to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
On the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Takes the handoff. It's locked. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throwing right. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Looking for a man. It's Leonard. He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense.